Making sure. Okay, let's talk to him for real.
There is something we must discuss.
I mean, that honestly would have led to the same
Surely you have
place,
noticed
but
that you have been changing. As your powers return, your body suffers. It is a sign of the dark side.
yep, the rotting of flesh.
All your choices.
You fear me? I do not need your counsel. I'm here for answers, not to listen to your counsel.
Very well. But heed my words. Unless you turn back, the dark side will claim you completely, utterly.
Force choke. I do not need your counsel, only your obedience.
It is never too late to choose your path. Be mindful of that. There is always hope for you.
Wait,
and redemption.
The force choke led to the same thing. But I don't want to force choke a guy that we just met, you know? That's gonna be joining our crew. Gotta wait to get to know him a little bit, then we can force choke him, you know? Them's the rules. Okay, sir, I'm not done talking to you yet.
Yes? Is something wrong?
What are you doing?
At times, I meditate. Simply close my eyes and listen. It is quite calming. I try to treasure these moments before the next crisis begins.
Can you teach me to meditate? I order you to tell me how to do the same. Sure.
Of course. It would be my pleasure.
You have recovered force points and a one-time bonus to your FP through meditation. You can meditate with the disciple at any time if no enemies are nearby. T3 going by, don't mind him. So I can do this if I'm out of force points. Like while I'm exploring an area or something. As long as I'm not in combat. Or enemies are nearby. One-time bonus.
I try to treasure these moments before the next crisis begins.
I had other questions?
Very well. What is it you wish to know?
You look familiar to me?
I imagine in your travels of the galaxy you've seen many people.
Influence.
Faces tend to blur together after a time.
Okay, alright.
Very well.
Can't ask that. What do you do again?
I am an historian and scientist working for the Republic. Although I'm certain my contemporaries would judge me more a historian than scientist. I have some training in the medical arts, if you are ever in need of healing as well. But my chief passion is history. I came to Dantooine in the hopes of finding some trace of the Jedi, but you know how my explorations turned out. Instead, it seems a Jedi came to me, just in time.
Okay, so that was just the first option. We don't have enough influence. Don't worry, we might lose some here to be enough to ask him that. I'm pretty sure that's how influence works. You don't have to have positive to unlock that stuff. You can have negative as well, I think. Okay. What are you doing for the Republic?
I am on a diplomatic mission. I am one of several tasked with attempting to contact any remaining Jedi and convince them to return to the Republic.
Why did they choose you?
I know something of the Jedi. I have studied them for a good portion of my life. And now that they are gone, such studies are even more important.
Have you had any luck?
I do not think it is a matter of luck or chance. Only my own inability to find them. I'm afraid that the life of a bounty hunter is not a profession I am suited to. Regardless, my efforts turned up nothing.
Do you know what happened to the Jedi?
No. It is something of a mystery why they would exile themselves as they have. It is not the way of the Jedi to vanish in such a way, especially when the Republic is in need of them. I fear that there is something else at work. Something that we cannot see. Then again, perhaps the Jedi are hiding simply because so many people hate them these days.
I think we asked him kind of this stuff. Why do you think people hate the Jedi?
It is difficult sometimes for the Jedi to see such things, since much of it is rooted in human nature, and the Jedi are often removed from events of daily life, insulated. But the reason the Jedi Civil War was named such was because few in the galaxy can recognize the difference between the Sith and the Jedi. To them, they are both Jedi, with different philosophies.
I'm pretty sure we talked to him about this when we first met him in the sub-levels, so it's probably okay to not say any of this stuff. You're right to hate Jedi, weakness and hypocrisy?
Hate? No. I do not hate them. They only raise questions without answers. Jedi are not supposed to be like the rest of us. They are supposed to see a higher purpose in all things. And they are supposed to train students responsibly and well, so mistakes of the past are not repeated. Yet all I saw was ignorance and arrogance, and what those seeds created in the Republic. It is difficult to follow the Jedi Code when so few others have. But you know this.
What do you mean?
The problems with the Jedi are my own.
Oh.
I do not wish to burden you with my troubles.
Don't have enough influence.
Very well.
So that was all... What are your problems with the Jedi? Was that... Did I ask him that?
The problems with the...
Yeah.
Very well.
Okay, so we can't ask that, can't ask that. You had medical training. Tell me about the Republic. Damn, dude. Let me back out to make sure I didn't get any positive influence or light side points.
Forgive me, but there is something I must ask.
Oh.
In my study of the Jedi histories and the more contemporary records, I have heard tales of a Jedi who was exiled. You are that Jedi. But the records are somewhat evasive on why this was done. I wanted to discuss why you chose to leave the Jedi Order and accept exile.
Why did I choose to leave the Jedi Order and accept exile? Why do you want to discuss it? I left to protect the innocents on the Outer Rim. Battle called and I answered. The Jedi held no truth for me, only war did. Guess 4, I guess.
I see. And because you went to war, they cast you out?
First, I thought it was a sole reason. That's what they told me at the trial. I could say this. I'll just say this. That was my belief, but recent discoveries seem to indicate there may have been other causes.
Do you have a record of this trial?
Yes, I do. Lie? Do I want to show him this? The droid has a hollow recording of it. We'll just see what happens.
Perhaps I shall examine it when I get the chance. With your permission.
The record is personal. I would appreciate it if you would refrain from seeing it. You are free to do so. I'll just say this one, I guess. Then I guess he probably doesn't look at it then, right? Because according to this guide, we're going to get positive influence if we say the top two. But I don't want positive influence with him. I want negative.
I shall respect your wishes. My apologies if I caused any offense.
Dark side points gains, influence lost. Okay. This is what I want. Yeah, well, I mean, if he doesn't get to see the holotape, that's fine. I doubt he even says anything about it. Okay, so we have lost 2 influence points with him in this little area.
I have studied the holorecord of your trial.
What?
I am unsure what to make of it. I must confess that I was
me?
searching for some meaning beyond the records. A reason for why one would leave the Order.
I just told you that you were not to look at it. Where's the option to force choke now? This man should be force choked. I did not leave the Order, I was exiled.
Yes, but exile is rare, and I have found it is not really something that the Order can enforce. Believe it or not, it was really your choice.
You saw the record, there was no choice. You weren't there. They would have executed me if Jedi did not kill their prisoners. I'll say that.
I don't think so. Perhaps some of them felt strongly about your sentence, but I think something else concerned them. Again, the choice to turn away was yours, not theirs.
Are you sure I don't know you? You look familiar. More so than before. Wait a minute, was he on... Was his face in that trial? Or no? Like, I thought there was still some Jedi there that we're not hunting down. But I don't know. Maybe he was like a student at the during my time when I was a Jedi or something. I don't know. Still don't believe it.
I'm not certain I do either, but it is something worth considering.
Are you sure I don't know you? You look familiar more so than before.
I imagine in your travels of the galaxy.
Failure. Okay. So exit out of that.
Yes?
Do we have enough influence to ask anything else?
Very well.
Let's see. You said you had medical training.
Yes. I had been trained by some of the best researchers in the Republic, which is a humbling experience, let me tell you. But if you ever need some medical items broken down or constructed, let me know.
Okay.
Very well.
Cool, cool. Tell me about the Republic.
I do not know if you are aware of how fragile the Republic is at the moment. Its influence
Okay, yeah,
is
we've already
stretched
talked to
thin.
him about
It
this.
grows weaker with time. Still, there is hope. There are many factors. That the Jedi
We talked to him about all this stuff when we first met him in the sub level, so I'm just going through to make sure.
The Republic is fragile. If it's all merely the Jedi civil many were was almost no one. The war was cost, but if it is strange that someone who went, of course. Yes, there was no Sith leader since Revan who has survived long enough to rule. Even Malak turned on Revan and caused his own downfall. The Sith respect order and control, that is true, but few of them seem ever able to hold that power for long. To see their philosophy at work is like watching a continual collapse, just like watching their academy fall in on itself.
Ah. So there's some influence that we lost. I don't see where I would have lost that. Actually, I probably should just probably should have followed some of this. I think there might have been another place to get influence here.
Yes, is something.
Medical training. Other questions? What do you do again? Tell me about the Republic. You tell me what you were doing on Dantooine. Tell me about the Republic.
I do not know if you are aware of how.
Yeah.
There are many factors. That the Jedi are a plus.
What's the Jedi Order? Why is Dantooine important?
Dantooine was one of Dantooine.
Why Telos and Onderon?
It's also
Onderon. How did this happen?
The Jedi Civil War brought much suffering to the galaxy, and the forces that Malak and Revan amassed against us, it was almost no one. It did.
What do you mean?
The war was costly, but if it.
Yeah, it's like, so we talked to him when we first met him, and I remember him telling me about this stuff, but we didn't get dark side points or influence because, I guess because he wasn't a party member yet. Now that he is, it's like, redo the dialogue so you can get the points and stuff. Let the Republic burn.
It is strange that someone who went to war against the Mandalorians would disregard the damage the fall of the Republic could cause. Of course, if you sought battle for its own sake, then perhaps I could understand your disregard.
Oh, I actually said the right one. Galaxy belongs to those who can hold it, yeah.
Yes, to some perhaps. Yet the Sith have already experienced their own collapse, and I suspect their new tactics are proof of that. There was no Sith leader since Revan who has survived long enough to rule. Even Malak. The Sith respect order and control.
Yeah, we saw that already. So that would have got us 2 negative points for that. So now let's ask him. Let's see. Familiar? What's your problem with the Jedi? You know what happened to the Jedi? Let's ask that.
No. It is something of a mystery why they would exile themselves as they have. It is not the way of the Jedi to vanish in such a way, especially when the Republic is in need of them. I fear that there is something else at work. Then again, perhaps the Jedi are hiding.
Oh yeah, so this is just like the hate stuff or whatever. Why do you think people hate the Jedi?
It is difficult sometimes, but to them?
Do you hate the Jedi?
Hate? No. Jedi are not supposed to be like the rest of us. They are supposed to see, and they are supposed to train students responsibly and well, so mistakes of the past are not repeated. Yet all I saw, it is difficult to follow.
What do you mean? So this will be the influence check. Do we have enough or not?
The problems with the Jedi. Very well.
Okay. What do you know about force bonding? Back out, save.
Yes, is some. Very well.
So I don't need to know what he's doing on Dantooine. Force bonding?
A force bond? What do you mean?
I have a connection with another that could be lethal to us both.
I'm not sure I understand.
I have a bond with another that transmits pain across distances. If she suffers, I suffer. If she dies, there's a chance I'll die too. Thanks for a moment. You were thinking of something, tell me.
No. I thought I had heard mention of such connections in some of the holocrons, but I do not possess them. They are part of the holocrons that were taken from the Enclave.
Connections of the holocron, but I do not possess them. They are part of the holocrons that were taken. Where would the holocrons be?
I do not know. I do not know who was taken.
With Atris?
If we were to find them, perhaps I could help you find the answers you need.
Probably with Atris, then.
I know some of what you speak. It is said that when a Jedi and Padawan establish a close connection, that they can feel each other across distances and coordinate their movements in battle. The intensity of the connection varies. That bonding is said to also be something that manifests itself in such techniques as Bastila's battle meditation, the ability to touch the minds of others, to demoralize or inspire them. It is also said that moments of death or near death may also cause such bonds. The stronger one is in the Force, the stronger the connection.
Yeah, they freaking name-dropped Bastila right there. Bastila. Is such a bond ever lethal?
I've never heard of a bond being lethal. I suppose such a thing is possible. I had not truly believed Bastila's battle meditation until I had seen it in action.
Oh, you saw it in action, sir? Where's that option? You said feel each other across distances. What about each other's thoughts?
Thoughts. Images, perhaps, but not actual communication in words. A bond often causes a sensation to be passed along it, such as extreme fear and pain. Still, I have seen Jedi who have the ability to communicate with aliens and beasts. It is a rare thing. Perhaps telepathy is one such talent.
Where the holocrons be?
I do not know.
Okay, alright, he doesn't know.
Very well.
Okay, let's see if we got any points. No. But hearing him say Bastila is kind of cool.
Yes, is something... Very well.
Okay. What are your problems with the Jedi?
The problems with the Jedi are my own.
Influence failure.
Very well.
You look familiar?
You are correct.
Hey!
I am afraid I have not been entirely open with you concerning my past. If I look familiar, it is because we have met before, at the Enclave on Dantooine, many years ago. As on Coruscant, Force-sensitive children are taken to Dantooine as well, though it is done rarely and only with those they believe are destined to become Jedi Knights. It is the secret nature of the place. If you are not chosen by a master when you have come of age, however, then the path of the Jedi is denied to you. I met you on Dantooine, long ago, briefly.
Oh,
You
yeah?
taught us the ways of the Force, how to hear it sing within others, within the life around Dantooine. It is difficult to explain the difference between you and Master Vrook, but I think it is because he was knowledgeable, but not a leader, not a mentor. You were different. We could all feel it, and I knew that if I were to have a master, I would want it to be you. And then you went to war. Many Jedi went to war, and the Jedi Masters proclaimed that you were Jedi no longer. Atris, the mistress of the Archives, was first among them. I knew at that moment that if you would no longer be a Jedi, then you must be correct. I realized I did not want to be a Jedi. Instead, I wished to follow your path. And in any event, there was no one to train me, even if I wished it. They all went to war, as I grew past the age of acceptance.
Dang, that's crazy. So you turned away from the Force, or from the Jedi, the Force, because of me. But the Force, the path of the Jedi, you abandoned it.
It is possible to forget the Force, you know. If you have not felt it strongly enough, then there is little to miss. But I never felt the Force as strongly as I did when I was with you. And so I decided to serve the Republic, study the Jedi teachings, gather them perhaps. It was important to me to understand the Jedi now that they were gone. I felt some part of you should be preserved, so that your lessons would not be lost.
I'm sorry that my leaving for war had such consequences for your future. If I was light side, I would say that. It was not my intention. It is good you turned from the weakness and hypocrisy of the Jedi as I did.
Perhaps. I still harbor doubts about the path I walked.
I could train you to feel the Force again? If you were once a Jedi, what are you doing for the Republic then? Let's see if we can train him.
It is not time, if there ever is a time.
No. If you were once a Jedi, what are you doing for the Republic then?
I am on a diplomatic mission. I am one of several
Same stuff, I think. I have found one of the lost Jedi.
I know something of the Jedi. I have studied them. I do not think it is a matter. You have? Where have they gone? And why?
They seem to have scattered over the past few years across various planets as if they went into exile. I didn't say the Jedi lives. They abandoned the galaxy as you assumed. Not gonna say that one. They have abandoned the galaxy as you assumed. I'll just say that, I guess.
It was as I feared. They have given up the galaxy. Without them.
Without them, there must be a new strength.
New strength?
Yes, the Jedi were weak. Now they have retreated, fled, leaving the Republic undefended. Just like during the Mandalorian Wars.
I fear you are right.
Ooh.
Their hesitation almost destroyed the Republic, and there is some evidence to suggest that it gave birth to the Jedi Civil War.
Feel you are right. Then reflect upon the failure and cowardice. I will leave you to your thoughts. Ooh. Okay, alright. Dark side points gained, influence lost. This is what we want. So he's got to be like, we have to like have nearly maxed out his influence here. There's like one thing else that we can ask. There's something about like, what does he do for the Republic?
Yes, is something... Very well. I am on a dip...
No, this is all the same stuff, I guess. Okay, let's just see
Very well.
if we can train him then.
It is not time.
Oh, not enough. Are you some sort of spy for the Senate?
I am on a diplomatic...
Oh, same thing there.
No. It is
What happened to the Jedi?
It is but the root to that... Hate. Jedi and yet it is...
Hate.
The problem is my own, I fear. Many Jedi defy the Order during the Mandalorian
Oh,
Wars.
this is new.
And it paved the way for the Jedi Civil War.
This is new right here. Don't know. I was one of those Jedi. Do you blame the Jedi who turned on the Council? Had they ever a right to turn on the Order, for the Order's cowardice and fear was to blame them.
There is no blame.
We'll see if we
All
get
must accept.
dark side and influence lost.
But at its core, one must wonder if it was the failure of the Jedi teachings or the teachers themselves. Many of the Jedi Council trained Exile Kun, Ulik, Revan, and Malak. How could they not see the danger they posed?
Oh, I think we
And if
already
they
said
could
this.
not, perhaps there was some essential part of their teachings that was flawed. Something beyond the Jedi
Back in the
code that they were
sub-level.
missing.
Possible, but those... Jedi teaching when one facing... The teachings lack strength, and in their weakness or hesitation lies death.
It is possible you are right. I fear there is little truth that can be given behind the walls of an academy. That, I feel, is one of the essential flaws of the Order.
It's the last thing we'll
It is something
say
that
with
should
him.
be considered.
Did they have punished the students for choices they hadn't made yet?
That is a good point. Perhaps it is not the perception of a potential danger that is to blame. Then what is the answer? There may be none. Regardless, thank you for discussing this with me. Speaking of, it eases the burden.
I would not keep such doubts to yourself. They only serve to weaken you.
It has occupied my thoughts for too long. I will keep that in mind.
These teachers you feel may have failed the Order. Who were they?
Master Arca taught Ulik. Master Baz was the one
Okay.
who saw what Exile Kun could become, but he took no steps to stop him. Master Jar taught Malak, and Revan had many masters, including Jar, Kay, and Dorak. And towards the end of the training, Revan sought out many other teachers to learn certain techniques. And it is said that he went to his first and final master to learn how to leave the Order entirely as she had. And such teachings and their teachers is why I harbor doubts. Why I wonder if something is missing from the Jedi Code.
Yeah, okay. Anything Revan and Malak I'm interested in. Do you know who trained Revan?
Revan had many masters. Zar, Dorak, Master Kay before Kay left for the wars. Towards the end of his training, he sought out many to learn
Oh,
techniques.
this sounds
It is
familiar
said that he
too.
returned to his first master at the end of...
What?
I do not recall who Revan's master was. Strange.
Kreia? That was weird. Just a random quick shot of Kreia in her room. Jedi. Revan and Malak had the same training as I did. I remember asking this.
I am not certain you understand what... Revan was captured in the middle of the Jedi's... Revan was brought before the... As I
Yeah,
understand
yeah.
it, but it was only... Very...
Yeah, okay. Dark side points gained, light side points gained, net dark side shift, influence lost. So I got light side points at some point during that. But I'm back to dark side, I think? No, I lost it. I lost my force mastery stuff there. Hang on. Excuse me? Where would I have lost that at? Maybe I should talk to him all at once. We should, like, We should probably just leave some of this. Because I'm not seeing like any more like new dialogue with him. So we'll figure it out some other time, but I don't want to lose my dark mastery if I don't have to. But yeah, I could see how you could like max out somebody's influence in one single conversation. That's a thing that can happen. Okay, so we have Bayodur to talk to.